Another method of improving your vocabulary is to know synonyms. What are synonyms?
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Ashutosh Dwivedi, no?
Yes.
Yes. Uh, this is the first session with me, so can you just give me a little introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I'm speaking to you from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About my
Right.
education, I'm pursuing my master's degree, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. Apart from this, I run a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English conversations. That's all about me. Thank you.
So you are taking classes in spoken English and you are also having a YouTube channel about spoken English. How is that? Isn't it a contradiction?
Yeah, yeah, it's all about a spoken English journey. Whatever I learn, I upload there.
All right, okay. So this is your 143rd session.
Yes, it is.
All right. So you said you're doing your graduation,
Masters
master in which subject?
in English Literature.
Oh, okay. So which college or which university are you doing it from? Kanpur University?
Yes,
Okay. And it's your first year or second year?
finally, second.
So which is the novel or the Shakespearean novel that or Shakespearean play that you're learning, or is there something like that? What are the
Yeah, mhm.
non-detailed books? Non-detailed books.
Yeah, I would tell you basically, I'm not very much into degree. I don't go to college every day. So, and I was a commerce student before, but I wanted to have a degree in English. So
Mhm.
only I go like sometimes and some like before the exam I study. So I'm not a good student of masters, to be honest. So yeah, but I was a commerce student. I wanted to have my master's degree. That's why I thought of doing in English literature from Kanpur University. Before I was a student of Banaras University. So I
Okay.
have done my BHU, like BCom honors accounting from BHU. So I wanted to see myself a professional in commerce, but unfortunately, due to financial crisis and many things in COVID-19, I was not able to do that. So I changed my track a bit.
So now, what is your track after doing this
Now the
post
track I want to
graduation?
grow my YouTube channel. I'm able to see a good growth on YouTube. It's a good thing now. It can be a profession for people. I am able to see, and I see myself in a better position on YouTube. Apart from this, I can start my own institute, so where I can help others to speak better English. That's it.
Okay. So your education in school, was it in the vernacular, the regional language?
Yes, I basically am a Navodaian, and I was a student of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, central government boarding school. I think you might know. So it was in UP itself, my district. So it was CBSE, but it was in my own language, Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
English speaking was not prominent there.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then. So today's topic is living without electricity. Living without
Hmm.
electricity. Yeah. And before that, there are some two idioms that we can talk about. One is at
Hmm.
your wit's end. At your wit's
Hmm.
end. Yeah. At your wit's end. What do you understand by that?
I think at your wit's end means confused or worried about something.
Yeah. Yes. So can you make a sentence out of that?
Uh, I'm always at my wit's end about my career.
Actually, okay, you could use that, but then
Hmm.
it's not. It does not. I mean, the meaning of that phrase or that idiom does not come across in its totality when you say that. At your wit's end means you're at the end of your tether. Means you have no other option. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so I can say sometimes parents are always at their wits end about their kids,
About the future of their kids, you can say
future
about the
of their
future.
kids, or due to addiction of bad
Yeah.
things. Mhm.
Yes. Okay. All right. Now, okay. So now, when you hear about electricity, the word
Mhm.
electricity, uh, when you look back in your life, I think you never had a time without electricity. Hmm?
Yeah, never.
Hmm? Yeah. But surprisingly, maybe about 40, 45, or 50 years ago, or even maybe late, like 30 years ago, 25, I don't know about UP, but there were a lot of places where there was no electricity. So can
Mhm.
you maybe your village or your grandparents' time and all that? So can you think of a day without electricity, a full day, 24 hours without electricity, managing things? How does it happen in your place in Kanpur? Do you have power cuts? Do you have outages, power outages, and things like that?
Yes, if I talk about my village, so electricity was there from I think 1975, but some electricity was there for few hours only. So
Ah,
when we were kids, we used to study from the light lamps, or the just using kerosene oil. So that's how we used to study. I still remember with my sisters. So electricity was not there for 24 hours. Until now, there is no electricity for 24 hours. It's a village, so
mhm,
hardly we get 8 hours and 10 hours.
mhm.
So
Every day
yeah,
throughout the year. Is it
sorry,
every day throughout the year, or just like during the peak summer season and all, when the use of electricity goes up, ACs and things
whole
like
the
that?
year actually, like
Oh,
24 hours no electricity, only 10 to 12 hours, 12
okay.
and sometimes 14, but not more than that. And even though in summers it's lesser. So but we have inverter at our house, so we don't suffer a lot nowadays. But in 15 or 20 years ago it was difficult, but we were habitual of all those things because we were brought in that place. So it was
Mhm.
not difficult for us. But now if I see, like, it would be very difficult without electricity because we are totally dependent on it, and we don't get kerosene oil, kerosene oil.
Correct. Yes.
That's
Yes.
the problem. And
Yeah.
from the candles we can't spend a whole day, so we need emergency lights or something. So nowadays we don't have any option for it. But it used to be 10 or 15 years ago. I have spent many days, like sometimes there was a problem with the transformer, so
Mhm.
electricity wouldn't be there for 2 days and 3 days, and we would spend our days by using the same light lamps and things. So yeah, it was not. And nowadays also, if I feel about myself, I can spend a day without electricity for sure if
You
I'll
got
be with the
used to.
nature. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, all right. So I mean, those who are used to that kind of a life, I suppose you don't, sort of have much difficulty in facing these kind of problems. But the fact remains that even today in 21st century India, we have areas where 24-hour electricity is still a dream.
Yes, many places, not only in big cities. I feel like there for 24 hours electricity is there, like Delhi, Mumbai. But if you talk about villages, not more than 15 or 18 hours.
So how you don't use a refrigerator and all, like, I mean, how can you
We
use it?
have,
Uh-huh.
we use it.
But
Why
they
not?
don't. But not with the inverter and all. No? You can't use.
Yeah, with inverter, we don't use it. Yeah.
So you switch it off. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. How now? You know what? Studying for your, like, we keep hearing about Abdul Kalam and people of the older generation who studied with under a kerosene lamp or under a street light or something like that. But you are telling me that even like you seem to be a young man, and even you
Hmm.
have studied in with the kerosene lamp and with candlelight and all that, which is quite a surprise actually. But I mean, I know we can't help it sometimes. All right, so that is about electricity. Now, uh, is is this what do you feel is the reason for these kind of blackouts or power cuts? They call it power cuts, I think. What is the reason for that? Like in a place like UP, which is supposed to be very progressive, with the person at the helm being very proactive and all that, but still, what is the reason for this kind of lapse or uh,
Problem, what I would say, they are not able to, maybe actually electricity is not that much to they focus on cities, Lucknow, Kanpur, Banaras, Agra, the cities. So priorities are like, they give priority to city, but village comes after that. So second thing is that we are working on it, that solar panels and solar energy.
hmm,
So if we would work on that, for sure we would get a lot of electricity, and they would be able to provide to villages as well. So that's how the government is supporting, but it's 24 hours. It is a like big task actually. It would take more than, I think, 10 or 15 or 20 more years to
my
have
God.
24 hours. I don't know, like in
Uh,
you,
I
I
can't
can't feel
believe
so.
this. I can't believe this actually. You know
Maybe
what?
you are in a big city, but here in
No, but
village, I don't. Mhm,
yeah, but as far as hydroelectricity is concerned, you have big, huge rivers like the Ganga, Yamuna, and all those flowing
mhm.
through. And in spite of that, then the coal, generation of electricity, wind energy, solar energy, all those things. Why can't it happen at this, you know, when the world has progressed so much? Uh,
Yeah, because they are so-called progressive, but not that much. Genuinely, they don't want to do a lot for the people. They are the
mm,
leaders, but not true leaders who want to provide all the facilities they have. So that's a difference. And UP is a big state with the 75 districts. So I feel like it will take time, because as I am living here in the UP, and I'm sure it would take a lot of time to have that situation where 24 hours electricity would be there in like all the
what about
places.
Kanpur?
City, yeah, we have enough electricity, but it depends on the parts of the Kanpur as well. Here I am in, so this is the actually students hub and the main area of Kanpur, Kakadev. So here electricity is there almost for 20, 22 hours. Sometimes there is electricity cut. But other parts of the Kanpur, if you will go the periphery and the outskirts of the city, same. Maybe there wouldn't be the electricity for 24, maybe 18 or 20 and 16, like that. It differs from places to places.
Okay. Now, with computerization, and how far has UP progressed in computerization of work in government offices and all? Because everything gets affected, if there's no electricity. That's the
Mhm.
main sort of driver that runs all these things. So,
But yeah, so
any
actually
idea?
sometimes they have substitutes. They want to go for solar panels. Also, they do have like batteries, generators, and of course, officials are not worried to work 24 hours. Sometimes it's so no electricity. Bye.
That's
Just come tomorrow. That's how
yeah,
the scene is nowadays
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I see here also there is a like place they provide that grains to the people. Okay, yesterday or day before yesterday, what happened? Electricity was not there, so the people were waiting in the queue, like under the sunlight. So they
Hmm.
said, no electricity. What can I do? We have to wait for it. So if there is
Oh,
no electricity, no work.
the computers and all don't work. Is it because of that?
Yeah, because nowadays, like a lot of machines are also there for the fingerprint. You have to.
Yeah,
So.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. That's the main reason why we need 24-hour electricity. Okay, so now there is something called the Earth Hour. No, have you heard about it? Earth Hour.
Earth R.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. This is every year one day, and this year it falls on March 23rd. So for 1 hour, it's during the night time, 1 hour, 8:30 to
Mhm.
9:30 or something like that. Everybody switches off the electric lights, basically. It's always
Oh.
at night. So the whole, like if your city, if Kanpur is observing the
Hmm.
Earth hour, then they switch off the current, or switch off the lights basically, so that everywhere it's darkness. It's a symbolic gesture to conserve electricity.
Okay, I'm not able to understand the meaning. It happens in the city, like
It
I
happens
don't.
all over. It happens all over, but it depends on, like India is also observes it. Last year also it was observed. It is a symbolic gesture to conserve electricity, to make
Okay,
people
that means
aware.
without
uh,
electricity, there
to
would be a
make
lot of problems. So
to
try to
make
save it.
people, to make people aware that we should not waste electricity. So all the, government buildings or street lights and these advertisement boards, billboards, everything is switched off. You're supposed to. I mean, every city does not observe it, so that it's
Mhm.
just a symbolic gesture to conserve electricity,
Save electricity
save
so other people
electricity.
can get
Yeah,
it who are
right,
living
right,
without
right,
electricity.
right. So, what are the alternatives of electricity? I mean, alternative forms by which you can generate electricity. Like you mentioned, solar panels.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the. I think I was watching a video that
mm,
India is on the fourth number, actually fourth or second, fourth I think, in
mm,
creating this solar energy, and of course from the windmills, right? And from these dams or from the water also they create
hydro,
electricity. Yeah,
hydroelectric, hydro,
hydroelectricity. Yeah,
and
so
then
these are the
coal,
ways.
coal,
And coal, yes.
thermal. That is thermal electricity. Right. And
Thermal
then, of course,
electricity.
there is nuclear. Nuclear also. Nuclear plants are there which generate electricity.
Hmm.
So, high time, I think people woke up, and these are the basic needs. Electricity is a basic need now. So, oh, okay. So now, Ashutosh, I think you said you are a literature student in MA literature student. So you should be
Hmm.
reading books, extra books,
Hmm.
to improve your
Hmm.
vocabulary. You know. So
Hmm.
what I would suggest is, I mean, I know maybe you do have a decent vocabulary, but there is always scope for betterment, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Hmm.
So try and read. There's nothing like reading. YouTube channels, podcasts, all those things do help, but more than anything else, reading helps in improving the vocabulary. So
Hmm.
do I suggest that you read, note down some unfamiliar words that you come across when you're reading, and try and learn those words and improve your vocabulary. Okay. Now,
Yeah, sure.
another method of improving your vocabulary is to know synonyms. What are synonyms?
Yeah, the similar words,
Similar words.
kind of. Hmm.
No, not similar words, similar meaning, different words.
Similar meaning. Yeah.
Similar
Hmm.
meaning, different words. So, if you have more of these synonyms in your vocabulary, then the fluency and the flow becomes better, and
Hmm.
there's no sort of hesitation, gaps, and all when you're speaking.